by our community garden, there was another car that was torched. And we had people parking in our neighborhood to go to the third precinct. And so me and some other neighbors were like, let's get, we got to make sure people ain't just running through here. So I put my truck, I had a big F-350 at the time, Super Duty crew cab. And I had my neighbor spray paint, RIP George Floyd, something on the other side. And I had a Black Power fist inside of a Minnesota on the tailgate.
You're asking for it, in other words.
Whoever wants it can come get it. So I parked the truck to block our street, and then I had our van down on the other end of the street. But so
that's like a war zone, okay? Do people understand that? That's a war zone in our country.
Yeah,
and with civilians needing weapons to protect themselves, and we'll get to why that is.
So for a long time I was a big bad drunk, and I knew that I never needed a gun because I drank too much. And then I quit drinking, but I was still very angry, and I was like, I don't need a gun because I'll probably still use this motherfucker.
We are exactly the same person.
So then when this happened, I was like, shit, I don't have one. I need one. I ended up having to borrow one. But then it was like, I'm riding around with this pistol without a license. This isn't safe either. So in July of 2020, I was working for Service Master, which is like a restoration company. And we were assigned to clean up the Sheraton Hotel on Lake in Chicago, which was maybe a half a mile down Lake Street from the third precinct. And all of that had been fucked up. And man, the inside of this hotel was crazy. It was destroyed. Wow. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life. And I do have it on some of my saved stories on Instagram, some of the videos. It's fucking insane. I never seen so many hypodermic needles in my life. But there's also right in that same parking lot is Midtown Global Market. And it's in an old Sears building. And there was a guy that was brought to my attention. Yeah, this guy over here, he does permit to carry classes. So I pull up on him as I'm leaving the job. I'm like, hey, my man told me you. He like, yep, handed me a flyer. And me and that dude is tight to this day. That's my, we'll get into it. But yeah, so I took the class. Me, my oldest son, and one of my homeboys took the class. We all got our permits. I jumped in right away, got a pistol. My one guy got a pistol. My son still ain't never got a pistol, but he still got his permit. But then I was like, I don't want to just be a dude with a gun and a card. So I got back in touch with my guy from